Good morning. It is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. My name is Terry Morgan. We're here to practice Tai Chi. We're going to do some review and we're going to do a little preview of some things that are coming up. As I am staying warm here, and I'm going to keep this on while we do our warm-up so that I can show you some other stuff. Okay, so yeah, it's good to be warm. All right, now, so we have some changes coming up. Next week will be the last week that we have Tai Chi on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. After next week, Tai Chi will be on Monday and Tuesday only. On Wednesday, we're going to have preview today, we have Wudang's 3 basic methods as well as some strengthening exercises. I'm going to show you why that's important. I'm actually going to show you why that's important. We're doing that today. All right, and then on Thursday we have Xingyi, and on Friday we have Qigong. And alternate weeks, Qigong, one week is going to be easier, the next week is going to be more difficult. And we'll see how that goes. Today, we're going to take a look at some of what's required for Wudang's 3 basic methods. I'm going to review just a little bit, and we'll talk about what's required. And I'm going to show a couple of sets, exercises, that we can do to develop the strength to do the exercise. Alright, now I am going to talk about this real quick. I promise, not more than 60 seconds. The idea that we have for building strength is part of being able to do something else. We're going to build strength to be able to do these exercises. Being able to do these exercises gives us some techniques that we wouldn't have otherwise. All right? We have something we can do with that. It's not merely to look pretty. Okay? I was reviewing some things earlier, and this idea of strength training and building up the body and being stronger, etc., etc. It's a whole long list of trainers out there who have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers who are building their strength, and tips for building strength, and look what you can do with these muscles, and look how great you can look. But we don't pay so much attention to that. We're more, especially because we're the internal arts, right? It's more about what's in the cup, not the cup on the outside itself. This is a nice cup. I've had this cup for a long time. Coffee is on the inside. Right? Coffee. No sugar, no milk, just coffee. All right? So as we're practicing Tai Chi, we want to build up the strength to be able to do the movements that we want to do as we decide to do them, when we decide to do them. This is all about using the intent, using the internal energy to execute the movement. This is not about, can I build up my biceps? It's not. You can go do that. It might help or it might hurt, depends on what you're doing. Right? So we don't want that bunchy, tight kind of strength. We want the tensile strength that extends the muscles, that builds the muscle, and that uses the muscle in the most natural way possible. It's not that building tension isn't natural. There's some natural part to that. We use that in our practice. But building that tension is not something that we strive for. We strive for using it as needed and then letting it go. Let's do our stretches. Okay? A little bit faster, alright, because I have some things I'm going to show you, and I'm going to warm up before I do that. So, a little bit faster than what we would normally do. Stand straight, feet about shoulder width apart. Yeah, I'm keeping the sweater on until I want to make sure that my back is fully warm before I do some of this. I've heard it in the past, and I don't want to do that again. I absolutely don't want to do that again. Pull up through the crown of the head, hands circle to the front, round to both sides, up along center line, stretch out, reach out, bend the knees, open the back, stretch through the entire back. I said yes, it's going a little bit faster today. Yes, we are. Stretch through the back, hold through the abs, stay centered over the legs. All of that still applies. You're just moving a little bit faster. As you reach out, remember to bend the knees. As you roll up, remember to pull up through the abs on the inside, underneath the ribs. And one more time. Stretch up, inward. Same tempo. Hold through your center. Bend the knees. Follow the circle. Keep the heel rooted. Pull up through the yunchuan in the base of the foot. Use the arch of the foot. One more. And come straight, center. Okay, it's a little bit like, rest for a second. It's a little bit like switching from the Ferris wheel to the roller coaster. We have this in our practice. It's fun. It really is. Okay, so my back's warmed up enough. So one of the things that we're going to be working on in class on Wednesday is Wudang's 3 basic methods. I've shown these a little bit. I do one more time. So we have creeping snake, and again, I'm not going all the way down on this. We have creeping snake. We have coiling snake. And we have dragon step. Now, a little bit of that may have been faster than the camera is going to allow for. Not sure. I have a different camera. Next year, like a couple of weeks, right? We'll have a different camera. There'll be more space. You'll be able to see more space in the room, and it will pick up anything that it should pick up anything that I'm doing. It's supposed to. All right, so this is a good thing. With these 3 exercises, there are, and I have called them out. I have called out my limitations, right? Here, This goes all the way down. Goes all the way down. I can't do that today. There's a bunch of stuff that I can do today that I couldn't do 3 months ago. So I'm going to get back down there. Whether or not I get down fully, it's questionable. Age has something to do with that. All right? But getting to where I was, I think is doable. All right? With creeping snake, we have, this all the way down. Coiling snake, the same thing. Right? So here, as I turn and twist, this goes all the way down. I'm going to go all the way down. I'm not getting up, but I'm going to go all the way down. Goes all the way down. And straight back up. I'm close. I'm leaning forward on, as I just got up, right? You play back. I'm leaning forward on my supporting leg, which means that I don't have my weight where it should be. I don't have right now, today, the ability to not use my hands. I got to boost myself a little bit using my hands. All right? I didn't used to have to do that. And I know where I need to build that strength. There's 2 areas. One is through this core, so that I'm better supported over my leg. The other is through my knee and my hip, so that as I bend and straighten that supporting leg, I have sufficient strength to do what I'm trying to do. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Here's my position. My leg position for coiling snake is where I'm holding my leg right now. When I'm down on the ground, that's where it is. Now, I can put my leg there, but I can't do it with my weight on it. Okay, so next step is to build that up, to build up that strength. For me, one of the ways that I used to do that was dance, plie. You don't have to be all the way turned out. Just bend. All right, knees over the toes. And bend some more. And hold up through the back. Okay, and little by little getting to the point where, and we're going to go there, getting to the point where the thighs are parallel to the floor and you're able to go up and down. Alright? And then we go to the next step. We go a little bit further and we'll be working with cloud hands. I showed this yesterday. To go all the way down. I'm just shy of 90. I'm just shy of 90 right now. Okay, this goes, and I'm using my hands. This goes all the way down. All right. And this is part of what we need to do with coiling snake, except that, again, gotta use my hands, this foot has to turn over, and as you push in that direction, which again I'm not doing today, as we push in this direction, this leg collapses and pushes, this leg straightens and extends, and both hands come up here. I was never able to fully do that. I could get down to where I just was. That's where we're going. Dragon step. Similar kind of thing. Again, requires leg strength. Different position. We're here. Similar to coiling snake, you don't want the knee directly pointed down. Back knee, straight down, no. Straight down, no. Turn it in. And then you need to be able to step through and come down again. This one goes down to the thigh roughly 90 to the ground. Okay, so supporting leg 90. I'm like 110 maybe ish, a little bit. I could go a little bit lower. Supporting the back, supporting the hip. Having the hip open enough that it will allow you to bend the leg. Having the hip hold strong enough through, this is the hip up here. Hips not down here, hips up here. Hip, okay, ribs. Hip, ribs, legs. Legs, this is legs, this is hips. I'm sorry, but there has been a time when I've had folks who had a little confusion over which body parts were which, all right? So as we pull up through the hip, it opens the leg. That gives us the support through the back, through the abs, through the spine to hold the body in place as we bend the leg. Leg has to be able to support its own weight, plus however much of your body weight you're not supporting with other muscles. Alright? So if you're using other muscles to support your body, your leg doesn't have to do near as much work. That's one of our goals. We want the legs to not have to do near as much work. Let's practice not giving the legs so much work. Let's do our walking sets. Something to look forward to. 2 weeks. Stand straight. Feet about shoulder width apart. Shift left. Open right. Hip over the heel. Bring the leg through. Pull up through the body as you move the legs under you. Try not to be on your legs, try to be a little bit over them. Support the body through the back, through the ribs, through the abs. One more. Keep the shoulders down. Shoulders go with the hips, remember? Make sure they go. One part moves, all parts move. One part still, all parts are still. Turn. Step behind. Last one. Close in. Step to the side. And straighten. Keeping the body in good alignment is part of what we're working on when we move slowly. We're going to do form next. As we do that, we develop the skill to find that alignment and maintain it. It's not hold on to it, grab it, don't leave it. It's I have it. Yes, and it moves, right? Everything moves together, all at the same time. Orchestra all plays together at the same time. Feet together, Stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Tuck the chin just a little bit. Tip of the tongue touches the roof of the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Salute. Breathe out. Breathe in. All the weight on the right leg. Release the left. Open. Raise the arms. Follow the circles. Nice and easy. The shape of the movement should be round. Not square. As you change from one to the next, make sure that you complete the one before starting the next. Open and close. Use the breath. Extend the breath from the base of the foot through the leg, through the hip, the upper body, and the hands. And don't leave anything out. Turn. Diagonal brush knee. Press out. Turn. Push back the monkey. Hold ball. Turn. White crane spreads its wings. Brush knee. Kneel at sea bottom. Fan through the back. Turn. Hold fist. And chop. 1, 2, 3. Deflect downward. Parry. Step through. Punch. Shift back. Ward off left side. Step through. Ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Pull down. Press. Push. Turn. Single whip. Open hands. Turn center. Pull the right foot in, parallel, and straighten. Close the left, and salute. Okay, relax a minute. We'll do this again. We have with Yang style Tai Chi, and I mentioned this at the very beginning, we have with Yang style Tai Chi these broad sweeping circles, right? This is the nature of Yang style, this sense of even sweeping movement, right? It's characteristics that I've learned over, again, 40 years ish. It is part of the nature of this system. Right? There are many variations to traditional Yang style, some by folks who have a different body type and so therefore could adapt certain movements. My Yang style teacher, Huang Lun, was one of them. Right? He taught the traditional form in the traditional way with all of the traditional characteristics. He also understood how to use his Tai Chi. He was quite good. He was quite good at it. He passed away a few years ago, so he was quite good. At any rate, what we want to pay attention to is that if you're practicing Yang style, it looks like Yang style. If you're practicing Chen style, it looks like Chen style. If you're practicing Wu Hao or Wu style or whatever system you're practicing, it should convey the characteristics that belong to that system. It shouldn't look like something else. So if my Yang style looks like Chen style, I would fault myself for doing that because it shouldn't. Chen style should look like Chen style. I can take tomato paste and some salt and pepper with some spices, and I can make chili. I can make spaghetti sauce. I can make the salsa for tacos. Different spices, different flavors. I'm using the same ingredients. We have the same body that we're using. Similar ingredients in that Tai Chi asks us to do certain things, but very different flavor. I'm going to tell you, my mom's chili was mild. My friend Chile makes chili with spices. Alright? It's just different. The nature of what we practice should come through. That's the point. So, as we practice, think about, we're going to do this one more time. Think about this idea that this is a, even if we use smaller circles, which Yang style has, it's still this broad kind of a movement. It's big. It's not small. This is big. And round. This is all round through here. This it's not square. It's round. And you want the sense, especially with ward off, which is what we're talking about with this, Pang, you want the sense that as this comes up, it's just going to open. And there's nothing that would stop it. Let's practice. Feet together, stand straight. Pull up through the crown of the head. Tuck the chin just a little bit, grip the ground just a little tiny bit with the toes. Fingertips down. Shoulders open. Breathe in. Salute. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. Open the left. Center. Pay attention to the circles. Arms up, circle, and down. Where's the circle? Is your movement round or square? as you move through, do you have substance in your movement, or is it empty? Is what you're doing with the upper body connected to the lower body? Shoulders with the hips, elbows with the knees, hands with the feet. What's your waist doing? Is it moving? Should be. As you change your balance, as you change to the next posture, where is your hip? Is it centered so that your posture is stable, no matter what that posture may be? One leg or two. If not, where do you need to be to make it stable? And what part of your body, if any, do you need to work on to create that stability? Along with crossing hands, and we're going to close, to create that stability along with the flexibility that we want. Salute. Try to, just as we just did, try to keep in mind, and one more time, try to keep in mind this idea of one movement connected to the next along a circle, that the beginning of each movement is the end of the previous movement, and that as we move through the form, there is a natural alternation between open and closed. A little bit faster. Feet together, stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head, shoulders down and relaxed. Relax the entire body, just the first part of the form. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, salute. Breathe out. Breathe in. Open the left. Breathe out. Center. Ready? Breathe in. Relax the breath. Relax the body. See the movement in your mind before you do it. As you move through, follow the circle. Everything follows the circle. Open and close, all along a circular path. No stopping. Smooth and continuous. Everything flows one to the next. Simple rhythm. Crossing hands. Hands straighten. Close left. Salute. Okay. This is also something that we want to practice and that we will be practicing more of. The idea here is that we've practiced sufficient, it's not complete, but sufficient, that each movement is distinguished, more or less, and connected. It's that connection between one and the next that gives us the ability to work through the form at this speed, or faster, actually. So, yeah, it does go faster. All right, so there's gas pedal. You go slow and fast, and so we can go faster. Yeah, we can. All right, so being able to do that, knowing where your center is, knowing where your balance is, knowing how quickly you can move and remain in balance, okay, it's a skill. Knowing where your next movement is coming from, knowing where you're going to, right? What movement did I just do? How did I finish that? What's possible for the next movement? That open and close, right? If I'm open, my next has to be closed. If I'm closed, my next has to be open. If I breathe in, breathe out, same thing. So this sequence, these connections, we focus on making them as we're practicing slowly. We have plenty of time to think about it. There's lots of time to work on it. Okay, I had something in my shoulder, let me fix that. Oh yeah, then I fix something on the lower back, then we fix that. Let me do something on my knee. What? We can go through the litany. Practice slowly. We can go through that litany pretty easy. Find everything that we need to find. When we're moving quickly, it's easy to miss something. Sometimes it affects what we're doing, sometimes not so much. In practice, missing something is bad. If you're in exhibition, make it look good. But in practice, don't do it. Alright? So we want to include everything in practice. How can we do that and move quickly? We need to know what we're doing. Pretty much. I will be back tomorrow with Qigong. Thursday, Qigong, basic sets, as well as a preview of what we're doing. Well, let's do one more time. First set, first part, one more time, moderately fast, okay? Feet together, stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head. It's moderate. Keep that thought. Salute. Open. Arms up. And down. Follow the circle. Shift. Open and close. And open and close. Open and close. Right? Follow the circle. Let it flow. Tai Chi flows like a great river, unending to the ocean. With our faster practice, we want to imagine that we're riding on those waves. Straighten and close. Don't leave anything out. Come back tomorrow. We'll take a little bit of a look at Xingyi, and then we'll practice Qigong. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it.